Hey people, Ingrid here, 3v3, Quest for Redemption, blue team. Couple of Lords Generals, we have Arthas 559, and this is Ferrus. These guys start off with a retinue of Stormtroopers, really strong defense and support, can also add to the retinue, giving them tons of abilities fighting in ranged combat. We see Ferrus rocking the Vostroyan Firstborn. Alongside, Cold Penguin is a Chaos Sorcerer, offensive and disruptive hero with powerful battlefield manipulation and control. The Alpha Legion Elite Scheme. I see a red dot on a minimap, which means Doom Bolts, I think. There we go. Decent hit, decent damage. Did not get a model off them though. Red team, Sturmbannfuhrer is a Mekboy, teleporting hero fighting in ranged combat. Puts out a good damage and has a bunch of versatile Orky gadgets. I guess that means Storm something leader. Alongside, it's Aladriel with a leaping Warlock, a melee spellcaster with strong support, disruption, and lightning. There it is, on some Chaos Space Marines there. Rounding off the teams, cyanIDe with an Apothecary support hero fighting in melee combat. By default begins with a heal and a passive health regeneration aura, getting stuck into some Vostroyan Firstborn. The Lord General is standing strangely in and out of cover at the same time. There he goes into the garrison. Maybe he was just using his moustache for cover there. It's got to be light cover at least, that thing. Aladriel with triple Guardians up, with a Sentinel for Ferrus, but not one for Arthas. Looks like the Sorcerer wins the fight in the mid. Doom blasting Heretics, forcing off the triple Guardians. That was quite bloody. Up to the north. There's a contested VP. Sluggers are idle, and now they retreat. That might have been a misclick. Mekboy teleports out and runs, and we got Flamers up very early for Arthas. I was going to say to facilitate a very early power bash, but they're going for the wreck point. They should have gone for power right here, right now, I think. Meanwhile, back to the south. Apothecary's backed off. Might need to heal those tactical marines soon, though. Here comes some heretics. Getting their aspiring champion. There we go. Now they're moving in again. And there's the heal from the Apothecary. That's most likely waiting for cooldown. Warlock comes in to help out the marines, but they have to retreat. Doom bolts flying in as well. Sentinel got quite low. Was going in for a ground pound, perhaps. Would have been risky, actually. I hear gens going up over here. We saw 3 go up here, of course. Orky ones that look like they're going to shake themselves apart. Back to the mid. Guardians very slowly taking down the node. Going to get some chaotic help. Double CSM for Cold Penguin. Lord General with the grenade launchers really should have pushed up on that power, I think. Tried to box the Orks in there. They're playing defensive. Nothing wrong with that. Doom bolts flies in. Heretics die as they approach, but they get in there. Here comes the Warlock. Chops some up. Might see a Destructor. Nope, just a retreat. I thought maybe a Destructor and a little blob of Marines and then a retreat. You have a Medical Sergeant already in play for the retinue on Ferrus. Can hand out medical packs to allied units and allied heroes, although it doesn't heal for that much per model, so it doesn't do a huge amount for a hero, but better than nothing. Scouts have taken some damage. I think they dropped the model in the first engagement as well. Back to the north. Sluggers flee. Shooters with a knob leader. That's more Daka. And there's electric armor. There we go. Ouch. That's painful. Electric shock is the ability. 10 power melee DPS apparently, as long as he has the energy to power it. And now they can cap up the north Orks. Oh, nobody went for this apparently. Contested power on the northern edge. Back to the mid, 486 to 445 on the VPs. Players will start to think about their tier 2s, but Cold Penguin with Havocs, Ferrus with Catachan Devils, got Guardian Weapon Team for Aladriel, and a Heavy Weapon Squad on the way for Arthas. Good Destructor makes the CSM flee. A battle of suppression here. Havoc seem to be winning it, but now they're moving. They should have stayed in play, I think. Heretics might have been able to get in there with the suppression, but maybe it was a bit too risky. Pulls back for some infiltrating Tzeentchian worship. Catachan's trying to find a way around, maybe. They have shotguns, they got grenade launcher, they got explosives, they got really scary knives that do power melee. They're big old knives, aren't they? There's their grenade launcher. Some very useful long-range disruption, running into a lot of damage though here, potentially. Yep, they have to run. Heretics with grenade launchers now. I'm not sure why they were getting so close there. Maybe they were given a melee order and got their grenade launchers halfway through it. Sorcerer is posing. Warlock flees. There's some doom bolts. So painful. I believe they're 18 damage each doom bolt, I think. At least it used to be that way. Maybe it's changed over the years. I think it was 18 plasma damage each, which is a hell of a lot. Because if he has enough energy, he can shoot 6 of them at a time. Guardian's getting messed up. Aladriel seems very preoccupied with getting this power decapped. Like finish the fight first, buddy, and then we'll worry about that contested power. It's not even loaded, don't need to worry about it too much. 2 special attacks from the Sorcerer, of course, after teleporting in. Fire! The Sluggers don't like it. Mekboy runs. Sluggers have their burners. They do have the flame-resistant armor, I think. But are they going to make it out of this? Maybe. 12 hit points on one fella, he gets away. Shoot the boys now. Shooting stuff. Not worrying about cover too much, it seems. They could have backed up to this pipe here, which should be heavy cover. 4-2-3 to 4-4-2. These heretics being tied up by an assault squad of cyanIDe. Double CSM now running into melee with a ton of war. That's a good way to use them. They can bully an assault squad if you double them up like that in tier 1. And they get rid of them. Havoc's coming into play as well. Keeping the CSM on melee stance. Apparently, didn't go for the assault squad models with the teleport there. Getting a bit too close to some Guardians. They don't have the battle equipment though. None of them do. Oh, these guys do. I'm lying. Warlock, no war gear for you, buddy. You'll get some someday. 420 to 434. Who's this guy at the north? Arthas continues to be very, very defensive in the north. Needs to go for this node at least. And the power was open again and they didn't go for it. They should have gone for it. I mean, defensive play is good. Stabilizing the VP is good. But you got to touch that power when you can. Even if you just send the flamer guys up. Pathogens get the decap. They will infiltrate if left idle. So often you'll see them cap a VP and they just stand there and guard it. All sneaky like. Bright Lance is gotten rid of. I'm not sure why there's a Bright Lance on the field already. There's no vehicles up. Maybe they're preemptively getting it done. Spirit Seer on the way for the Wraith Guard of Aladriel. And those guys are going to cause problems. Assault squad jumping in. No sergeant for these guys queued up. I guess it's not a huge reason to get one. I mean, Merciless Strike is always nice, but you're paying for the sergeant and then you're paying for their upkeep, so maybe those resources are better spent elsewhere for a harder counter that you need. New players will often rush to get squad leaders and squad upgrades and stuff when they get to tier 2, which often really tanks their economy and they get behind in tech and they wonder why. Don't need to rush those squad upgrades, guys. Get what you need. Wraith Guard. Gonna blow up some Havocs here. Those Wraith Cannons are nasty. Oh, Sorcerer's in to tie them up. They are shut down quite hard by any type of decent melee, but the Sorcerer is dealt with thanks to the Guardians helping out and stuff. Now they're getting shots. The Wraith Cannons do friendly fire, so you need to be careful. The Havocs just run. You can't suppress the Wraith Guard, so they're good at just walking down a setup team with a heavy bolter and blowing them up. Mekboy getting his own big shooter. Chimera up for Ferrus. There it is. Support vehicle. Chases off the scouts. You've got a decap. 1-to-1 now. Warlock. Is that a fancy sword? No, it's your starting sword. It's not easy to see the which blade of Kernus, that's what I'm trying to say. I don't know if it changes the icon. They might change it to a slightly different fist, but it doesn't look that different from his starting Witchblade. I think maybe it's a brighter colour, it's like white, whereas the default one's more blue, maybe. Tier 3 for cyanIDe. Who needs tier 2 units? Sorcerer doing a lot of work here with the teleport. Needs some backup, it's slowly getting in there. They're going to get jumped. Nope, the Assault Squad are just hanging out. Look at this is bad. Double CSM just blobbed up completely right in the face of the Wraith Guard. They could have got into melee there. Didn't do it. Big misplay from Cold Penguin, but they'll live to fight another day. Sluggers, he barely made it out alive of tier 1. I've now got a Knob Leader and Burners. Makes them exponentially scarier with that Knob Leader in there. 420 to 309. Mekboy capping the northern VP. Looks like some Flamer Guardsmen are stealing the northern power, but they might get flanked by sluggers unless these guys are going to burn this down. Looks like they are. Back to the mid, I hear Wraith Guard. Looks like that's the distortion field up on them. That's a global buff from the Warlock. Still no war gear for this guy. Sentinel's got the missile launcher though. Falcon on the way for Aladriel. cyanIDe is tier 3. This is Ferrus coming to the mid. Who's this? Oh, sneaky Catagens again on the VP. Maybe just blast your grenade launcher here and run. Nope, they're going to try and cap it. There's the jump. I don't think the jump was really needed. Oh, the Catagens are just going to die. He's forgotten about them. Completely forgotten about them, Ferrus. And down they go. 397 to 305. Double cap for the red team. Sturmbannfuhrer has a weird boy on the way. I don't think we saw any other tier 2 units from them, did we? I don't think so. Sorcerer's here to help the capping. Got a sniper rifle now on the Lord General of Arthas. Didn't they have the grenade launchers? Yeah, I think they did. Ferrus has got melter guns and stabilizers for the heal. Over time, down goes the Falcon. Didn't last very long. Tried to ram into a sentinel, maybe? I'm not sure. Oh, tried to get through the firing arc of an autocannon as well. That's a loud banging noise we were hearing that I wasn't paying attention to. Plasma guns up for Arthas. How many? 1. Because the other fellas have Flamer. Also have plasma up for Ferrus. Massive blob capping going on in the south. Looks like cyanIDe just running on through it towards the power, but now their own power might get hit. They're going to turn and engage Cold Penguin here. Cold Penguin might find themselves against 2 players. Needs to be careful. Autocannon doing work in the mid. CSM, what are they up to? Just running through the assault squad. Big fight towards the south now. Sentinel's doing well with those frag missiles. Look at that. Oh, completely missed the Guardians. I thought it was going to hit them. Vanguard veterans in there. Tried to get on the Sentinel. They'll do a lot of damage to it. Kraken bolts from the Tactical Marines. They got very low there. And it's to stomp the Vanguard. Plasma guns trying to trade with the Tactical Marines. Don't seem to actually be in cover there. Sentinel goes down. Should have got out ages ago. Just as I said it was doing well with the missiles, it completely misses a missile shot and then goes down. Curse of Injury. Too strong. Nerf, please. What was that knockdown? Was that grenade launcher? Okay. Saw dark flames there too. Did some good work. I don't know if any of the tacks died though. Did they? Yeah, they killed 2 tacks. That was alright. Vanguard veterans starting to bully these back lines though. 2,000 hit points at level 1. Get all the power weapons. You lose your melter bomb, which is a big loss. But it makes them really good at fighting stuff. More specialized anti-infantry. Death Dread stomping around the north, which is fun. Ferrus down to 2 units. Sturmbannfuhrer, where is the... oh, there he is. Weird boy's right there. That plasma cannon damage attack going on the Chimera. Death Dread turns towards the infantry to mince them up, and there's electric armor too. Maybe throw a zapping there, Mr. Weird Boy. Oh, threw a warp vomit in. So they were already retreating, I think. Auto cannon from Arthas to get some damage on the Death Dread. Melter gun. Stormtroopers attached to the Lord General helping out as well. That's 3 melter guns at 12 DPS each, 12.5 even. Some good melter damage. And down goes the Death Dread. Looks like the Lord General is going to revive the Lord General. Don't think it will level them though. We'll get them close. Tier 3 for Ferrus, by the way. How much red they got? Decent chunk of it. You get a Lehman Russ dropped in pretty soon. Fire Dragons up for Aladriel. Still have the Wraith Guard as well. Warlock dropped in. Strange place to drop it. I don't think those grenades do much to the vehicles. The main thing about them is a stun. Fire Dragons getting messed up here. And they flee. 312 to 261 on the VPs. Warlock needs to flee as well. Old Penguin not happy about something. Maybe the Sorcerer going down here. I'm not sure how long they've been down for. These Havocs refuse to move from the mid. They should probably move. Double cap for the red team. Gonna be a triple maybe? Yep, sneaky scouts of cyanIDe on that VP. Tax forced to retreat though. Chimera went down. But there's another one, I guess. Ferrus is one, that is. Ferrus seems to like abandon the south a bit for now. Who's that? Oh, not completely abandoned. Oh no, scouts might die here. I think cyanIDe's forgotten about them. And down they go. What were they looking at? Oh, Vanguard veterans here. In amongst some CSM. Have their aspiring champions. There they are, popping their slaughter. They could draw melee weapons, and they have. And they scare off the Vanguard veterans now. 221 to 261. Weird boy. Needs to be careful not to isolate himself too much here. Runs away. Maybe could have kept that fella in play if he was a bit more careful. Blue team have the northern edge power point, by the way. Orks got a spear ready. Tier 3 for Aladriel. Tier 3 for Arthas. Well, tier 3 for everyone now. Cold Penguin with a Land Raider Phobos on the way. Demon Russ is indeed up for Ferrus. There it is. No upgrade yet. The Fire Dragons didn't like it. Look at this. Fully kitted out. Lord General with all of his retinue buddies. He's got the 2 Stormtroopers with melter guns. He's got the Commissar in there for the shield, which you see. Medical Sergeant for medical packs, and a Vox Operator for reinforcing. All of them with their own weapons, although most of the retinue guys don't do huge amounts of damage in combat, but it all adds up. Makes the Lord General harder and harder to kill as well, because he's always the last to die. Or at least he's supposed to be. Sometimes it bugs out, but it's pretty rare these days. They've fixed it up a bit in Elite. Let's do an upgrade for Leman Russ. Plasma gun tax now, double plasma tax in fact, to combat the enemy chaos stuff, I guess. Probably. There's no Ogrins. Double Mark of Zinch now for Cold Penguin. And the Land Raider is on the way to the north, maybe? I mean, it's contested VP, so you'd think so. Vanguard veterans having to take their VP back. They can't cap as fast as tax, though. Seems like they are determined to get it. Back to the north. Warlock says hello, then runs away. Just said hello with some hand lightning. Rocks from Sturmbannfuhrer. It's a decent one. Gets them out of there. A little bit of friendly fire, maybe. Is that a rocket run? Nope, it's a creeping barrage. Phobos now makes itself known. Can Aladriel get a good Eldritch on that thing? These Orks, I don't think they want to approach this. There's a Foot of Gork. That's a pretty nicely placed one, actually, by Sturmbannfuhrer. Gets a good hit on those CSM. Does so much damage, that thing. Got a looted tank here. Doesn't want to mess with the Phobos, though. Bristling with las guns, that thing. Back to the south. Vanguard veterans persuaded to leave. We got a execution Leman Russ now. Guardsman level up to 2. On repair duty. Lots of stuff to try and maintain double execution Leman Russes. Hey, here come Ogrins. So the double plasmas. Oh, we don't have double plasmas. They've switched to double missile launchers now. Predator tank on the way for cyanIDe. Aladriel with fire prism on the way. Weird boy trying to cap. Can't get it done, or at least trying to decap, I guess. 167 to 192. 2 to 1 for blue. Looking decently solid in the north, I think. Here comes a Leman Russ from Arthas. And Ogrins might do really good work in the south. Might help Ferrus get on that VP down there. What are you doing, Mr. Warlock? Oh, you're channeling runes. You're channeling on the Autarch, I think, there. She is going to get away. Apothecary has a customized spawn bolter. Hearing stuff blow up. Oh, looted tank is down. Got too close to the Phobos, maybe. Fire Prism is way too far forward here. Needs to be on the northern edge at maximum range. It's backing off a bit. It's backing off a bit. Oh, here comes the Sorcerer to spoil this push. Back to the north, though. Orks piling in. Getting some good damage on the Phobos with Fire Dragons and Wraithguard. But down goes a Fire Prism. Got chased down. Aladriel not using their vehicle super well. Sorcerer did a good job getting in there quickly, kicking off on the south as well. Ogren's piling through the Marines. They're messing up the Vanguard veterans. Holy crap. Apothecary needs to heal them. Well, maybe not. I think that model is far enough away. There's no heal there though. Is it being used already? It's got full energy. Now we're going for Purification Vials. The strain run. I'd expect maybe Purification Rites to knock back these Ogres. They're still charging through onto the tank here. You're going to help Warlock? Nope, just shoot hand lightning at them. Could have knocked them down or something, but I guess the tank is alright. Maybe they foresaw the tank would be alright. They spoke to their Farseer friend. Havoc setting up again in the north. These are the same fellas, they are, level 3. Killed a lot of stuff with those, with that autocannon. Ogren's charging back to base. And a leisurely power bash by Ferrus. Don't use all your guns, just some of them. D-cannon in play for Aladriel. Some late game scouts or cyanIDe to help them repair stuff. Mostly. Oh, Ferrus lost both of their Leman Russes. Maybe that's what the Vanguard did. Maybe they jumped in aggressively to get them and paid with the Ogren's counter initiation. North, a shrine going up for Cold Penguin that'll shoot out Doom Bolts. Who doesn't like Doom Bolts? Everyone but the Sorcerer is the answer to that. Wow, Ork getting absolutely decimated. Just stood in gunfire too long. I feel like red team need a nuke in the north, or they need to just double up, or maybe even triple up the south. Blue team just quite easily holding on to this now. But look at this. They're through in the south. Blue team can't fully stack up north. They're going to lose it if they do. Very quick power bash with the missiles. I'm sure these guys had a lot to say against those Leman Russes. Ogren's back out. A little bit of XP. Baneblade on the way for Ferrus. Arthas with Passerkin on the way. Here come those double Mark of Zinch Feathers and Plasma Guardsmen. This is going to be painful for those Marines. Painful for the Apothecary as well, goes down. Circle of Summoning coming in. D-cannons getting shots, I see. There's a creeping barrage from one of the Lord's Generals. The attack stayed in play there for ages, but they do get away. Without a loss, I think. Guardians, not so much. Wiping out there. Aladriel trying to keep the pressure up on the VP. It's been capped. Ogren's was sent packing as well. Back to the north, kicking off. There's a Rocks. I said they needed a nuke. Is this going to be enough? Is it placed correctly? That is a strange place to put it. That's like between two lots of stuff. Killed a bunch of guardsmen. There's a beacon up from the Chimera, I think. It must be. Usually they're a bit closer than that, I think. Mekboy runs. 127 to 86. The nuke was strange. Should have been further back to hit the shrine and the Phobos, or further forward to hit the little blob that was here. It was kind of between them. Maybe they expected these guys to move back into it. Seer Council on the way for Aladriel. Baneblade is on the field for Ferrus, going south. Because red team still have this. Going for the natural, says Cold Penguin. Does have a teleporting sorcerer, of course. Where are they now? They're right here. Caught up, taking a bunch of shots. Don't think Aladriel can stay here for too long. Sorcerer ties up the D-cannon. Doom bolts at point blank range as well. Has to run. Warlock has to run too. Did what they could. Red team pushing north with cyanIDe. cyanIDe and Sturmbannfuhrer. Who's that decapping? Oh, the Apothecary's in there decapping. They take out. What was that? Was that a Leman Russ? I think that was a Leman Russ. Yeah, maybe it was just a Chimera. I think it was just a Chimera. Tank Buster Barrage to knock down the Havocs. Now the Phobos' turn to take some damage. Another creeping barrage. They have used them quite well to disrupt things when there's a threat. Commandos coming in. 104 to 78. Mekboy tried to teleport in and do some work, but gets shot to death. These guys trying to chase the Phobos. Oh, it moves back. Moves back into range. There's an orbital from cyanIDe. I don't think it's enough to get the Phobos. They could maybe chase it though. There's a single tank buster here getting shots in. Marines are still going for it. The orbital did well against the guardsmen. I don't think they can chase. Now there's double CSM here, and they are melting attacks. Ouch, lost the full squad. Double cap now for the blue team. Might be a triple. It's going to be a triple. This might be it. Oh no, something got decapped. Oh, they decapped the north. Commandos are on it with their faster capping. D-cannon's setting up. Might get a good singularity on the CSM here. Did they just do one? Or was that a normal shot? That was a normal shot. See it chewing through the Kasric in there. There's the singularity. Doesn't seem to be targeting the CSM though. There's a foot of walk targeting them. Oh, it might drag them in. Dragged some of them in. That's a decent place to put it actually. Got the Kasric in, got the heavy weapon squad. GG says Aladriel. It's a double cap for blue. Looks like they have it. Looks like they have it. Real back and forth game. Aladriel really struggled to preserve units. So did cyanIDe towards the end, but they were pushing hard for that south. I guess Aladriel was as well, but Aladriel took a bunch of stuff to the mid, like vehicles, and tried to just go down the stairs with them all the time. Well, a couple of times, the Falcon and the Fire Prism, and got caught when there's a nice open area here to attack the north. What was this? Oh, the Lords General pushing the south here. Look at these heroes. Level 6 Lord General for Arthas with Flak Jacket. Level 6 Sorcerer, Tome of Subjugation at the end. Level 6 Lords General for Ferrus. Mekboy was 6 and down. Tried to get that electric shock in there, I guess. Warlock level 3. And standing? Yeah, he's standing. And a downed level 4 Apothecary. There you have it, guys. Thank you for watching. Oh, he's subjugating something right now. The Wraith Guard. Oh, that would have been cool. To turn their guns on those orcs there. Yeah, thank you for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. And I'll see you next time.